where the clouds reside, with engines roaring, wings open wide. A silver bird takes to the blue, oh, the joy of flight, a dream come true. Christchurch skies, a wondrous show. Small planes rise, large jets glow. Runway dances, a grand ballet. Airborne whispers call my heart away. Oh, the power of flight, it stirs my soul. A timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. My soul, a timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong.
Making like TV. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Flashing lights and things. Thank you, dear. Well, good morning from a soggy Christchurch. It's not completely raining. It's threatening to, certainly is. It's a bit damp out here on the veranda, balcony at Christchurch Aero Club. And we'd like to thank Christchurch Aero Club for hosting us again. The staff here are just wonderful people, very, very kind, and considerate, and we respect that. Yeah, just kicking off this morning with a Jetstar, and if I can bring up my flight radar at some point, I'll be able to tell you all the good things about it. Once again, as Mike discovered yesterday on his wonderful stream, unfortunately, Singapore seems to be coming in early from time to time, and today was no exception. So we missed Singapore's arrival. Which is why I pushed the start time out to 10:30, because really Singapore arrival is one of the highlights of the show, and yeah, we'd have preferred to have been able to capture that, but unfortunately early arrivals are something that we can only work on with time. Yep, so that's Air New Zealand still on the runway, and look at this. Where have we seen this before? Jetstar on the runway. Well, here's the first example of Jetstar. Try and get this takeoff for you. Once again, conditions wind-wise are absolutely dead calm. It's amazing. Oh, look at that spray. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think I'm turning into Sean. There we go. That's amazing, the amount of spray getting kicked up there. And we're going to enjoy some of the other departures. Gear up. Oh, we can get him. That's all right. Just track him a little bit. And just as I say that, Singapore is pushing back over here. So our friends at Singapore are pushing back already. So they're running very efficiently. I would say that would just about be an on-time departure. Bit of bird scaring going on there. Let me pick out the wildlife. So we have some movements there. And we'll go back to Singapore. Yes, as I said in the chat, don't be shy. Let me know where you're watching from, and who you are. We don't bite, and it's always nice to know who's watching, and we can always give you a shout out on the on live stream. Yeah, this morning while I was setting up, I managed to lose a piece of equipment over to the air side, and I was just getting one of the student pilots who have access to airside to retrieve it for me. So very kindly he threw it back up to the balcony. So that test in gravity has succeeded. Yes, we are still on Earth. If you know your Doctor Who, he's always testing out gravity, he or she. Now we've got our friends at Singapore on the way out again. Singapore photobombed by a warrior from the Canterbury Aero Club, the International Aviation Academy here, which is a commercial pilot training academy, and they put through about 140 students a year, roughly 35 in a class, and they get a bit of an influx around about January, and another one a little later in the year. So yeah, by the time they're finished, they're well and truly certified, having flown single engine and twin engined aircraft, achieving ratings to move on to props and fly slightly larger aircraft such as the Dash 8 or the ATR. As I was coming to the airport today, I was a little bit worried. It was certainly raining on the windshield of the car as I was driving out, but yeah, now that I'm here, it certainly has sort of drizzled a bit, but it's not as bad as I thought. So that's why I've set up for 10:30, because we missed these guys coming in a little bit too early. I think Mike discovered the same thing yesterday. I'm going to go through until after Emirates arrival. Once Emirates has arrived, I think that'll be my final plane, unless there's something really interesting coming in. I've got day job commitments to get back to, so yeah, I've sort of taken the morning off. There you go, the windsock. Hardly a movement, hardly a breath. It really is another one of those take off wherever you like, point wherever you like sort of days. I think BP would have to be paying us sponsorship money, the amount of times their logo appears on the stream. So if anybody knows anybody in BP, give them a yell. Small but mighty, we're getting there. Had a previous Jetstar takeoff and that was pretty spectacular as far as, yeah, here we go. Beautiful. Look at that spray. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mighty rooster tail. Not my best pan ever. Managed to kick the tripod, so that's not good. Let's gear up. Right, time to start calling a few people out and say hello. Nick Lamb, I see you there. Hi Nick, good to see you. Av Geek Fozzie, from the Muppets, awesome, yeah. One of Fozzie's best mates was a Muppet called New Zealand. Used to throw the flying fish. And hi to our wonderful moderator, Tally T-Sheep. Great to see you, Tally. Hope your morning's going really well. Interesting thing, they blocked off the access around to McLean's Island, so I had to go on a bit of a diversion. Didn't add more than a couple of minutes to the journey here to the airport, to the Aero Club, but yeah, just if anybody's coming out, coming that way, yeah, just be aware that you'll have to skirt around some roadworks. Didn't look to be anything major. They just put in a bit of a safety barrier and a bit of a diversion. In fact, they may have already completed it by lunchtime. So if you've done several impossible things before lunchtime, sit back and relax and watch some planes streaming from Christchurch. Airport security just driving past in his electric utility. Yeah, it's a little bit like Wellington Airport. Christchurch Airport is big on moving to electrical vehicles. In fact, we have the first electric fire truck, fire appliance here at the airport. It's rather nice. Thunderbird 1, painted in a bright red as opposed to the green of the other fire tenders here at the airport. Certainly stands out. Good morning, Sam. How are you? Wonder if this one's going to kick up any spray. Oh yes, there we go. Beautiful. It's just damp enough for that spray to be kicked up, and not quite enough to make it hazardous. So fantastic. Have to up my game on the tripod front. Yeah, got one or two obstructions in the way. I'll see what I can do, but in the meantime I'll focus you over on this ATR which is coming out. Try and clean up my act a bit. let me start my flight radar up and I will see if I can. Single on Christchurch Airport. It tells that it's 10 degrees and it's roughly correct. And by the looks of things, this is NZ 651 off to Queenstown. And there's another one behind it, but it's not showing on flight radar. So I'm going to call that one 651. I'm not sure quite what they're waiting. Oh yeah, we've got a private aircraft departing. There we go. And now Air New Zealand should be clear. It's one Air New Zealand out of the way, and let's come round for the next one. Give it a bit of a wider shot this time. Very nice. Good stuff. See New Zealand on the taxi, and I'll see if I can actually get him. Here we are. He's NZ 538 off to Auckland. Quite a popular aircraft. Flight number. Good to hear that Air New Zealand are going to be boosting services using the A321 Neos to Christchurch, Queenstown and Dunedin, so connecting Auckland with those cities. Looks like Wellington's missed out, but you know, they may have other plans for Wellington. After these next couple of departures, I'll try and catch up with you in the chat. Once again, yeah, do, if you're able to, please give us a like in the chat, and especially for these takeoffs. I mean, look at this, just spectacular. We're getting a lot of spray getting kicked up there. Behind the light pole, and not behind the light pole. Okay. And we've got an ATR. Turn and burn. It's not a very steep climb at all. And now he's going here. There we go. That's more like it. And we've lost him. Okay. I'll just focus you on one of the features of Christchurch, the hot dog aircraft. A 767 freighter, which departs in the evenings, shortly before Emirates A380 leaves on its regular trip back to Sydney and then on to Dubai. Thanks, Telly and two sheep there. Yeah, it's rather spectacular. Some of these takeoffs are great. I'm getting a little bit of dampness, so I'm going to reach into my bag and see if I've got a bit of a shroud to throw over some of the equipment, because we don't want it getting wet. Have I got a shroud? Yes, I've got a bit of a rubbery shroud that I can throw over the equipment, which is good. I think moisture is the enemy of all plane spotters. And you certainly don't want your equipment be out getting exposed to the nastiness of moisture. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Captain Flying Honu-san. Ohayo gozaimasu. 今日少し雨降ってますね。前は、シンガポー飛行機の、テイクオフした。Not sure how long ago it was. And I missed you, Roger Murex, watching from Wellington. Sorry, Roger, I missed you out there. I've been a bit focused on not getting the equipment too damp, and just about to throw a bit of a shroud over it to prevent it from getting too wet. Hopefully that doesn't show. Yep, I've managed to actually cover the equipment without it making it apparent on your screens. Great. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a lull now until Telly two sheep. Captain Flying Honu is a streamer from Osaka in Japan, and I met him on my last trip to Japan. I don't know that I'm going to be able to see him in my forthcoming trip to Japan unless he happens to come to Okinawa, where I'm going to be spending the majority of my time. But yeah, it's going to be great to do some streaming from Japan, and I've been checking out some possibilities for some of the places I'm going to be able to stream from. They include Okinawa, Naha, possibly Ishigaki, but I'm not sure. My time there is limited, and I want to spend it sort of seeing Ishigaki as much as possible. I'm also going to possibly be doing Fukuoka, and that may in fact be the first stream. I certainly want to get some video of aircraft movements in Fukuoka. It's one of the very best cities, I think, as far as layout's concerned. The airport is right in the middle of the city, and you get out of the airport, get into an underground, and in 2 stops you're in the middle of town. It's so convenient. It's really impressive. and in those two stops, you're at a Shinkansen station. So you can get on a Shinkansen and go to pretty much any major city in Japan. So it is just an amazingly well set up. And, you know, the infrastructure in Fukuoka is really impressive. Hi, Christchurch Aviation. Is it lunchtime or morning break, or what's the story there? Shouldn't be in class or studying or something, young man? Got a big future in the plane spotting community, but yeah, schoolwork first, mate. Hello, Carol Ann. Welcome. Good to see you. We don't have a lot of action to show you at the moment, so I'm just sort of focusing on our good friends at DHL. We can't actually see a lot of the engineering work going on from here. They certainly have had one or two aircraft popped into engineering over the weekend that I saw. They seem to be rather busy. Just an update on conditions. I'll just spin around here and give you a look at our windsock, which is becoming a this is becoming a tradition on the 4K aircraft live stream, is to actually have a look at the ground conditions, the wind conditions, actually registering from the windsock. And as you can see, there's not much action there. Oh, thank you very much, Christchurch Aviation. Yeah. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, I'm pleased you're spending some of your free time with you. Carol Ann, yes, still on Tuesday. Yeah, it's, well, Wednesday's been pretty safe so far. The weather conditions, yeah, it hasn't been the greatest weather conditions in the world. I tell you what, I will have a look and see what the story is with our star of the show. Just focusing here on right, let me put you on the screen. Capture, display, that one, and okay, and here we are. So that's Emirates, and they're on the way here. It says they're going to be here at 1:06, but that of course is an estimate, a good estimate, a sound estimate. I'd be happy if they turned up at 1:06. So, yeah. Welcome, AirNZ. Great to see you, mate. Very nice. Got a landing here. Little hippity hoppity. And up in the sky, we've got a helicopter. heading into the city. Not quite sure what he's up to, but yeah, he's not a rescue helicopter or anything like that. So yeah, it's oh, of course you're not going to be able to see any of that because I've covered the screen with our friends at Emirates. Apologies. I'm still learning. Forgive me, forgive me. Here's the thing making all the noise. Pad. And I've missed an ATR arriving. Wouldn't be the first streamer who's done something like that. Let's just focus on Mr. Pad. We see ATRs all the time. We don't see small aircraft operations. It's nice to see the little guys. Looks like he's coming in for a bit of a fuel stop. Fill her up with high octane aviation fuel, please. There we go. Oh, nice, Carol Ann. Yeah, we're at sea level, basically. Yeah, we're built on a plain, on a bit of a swamp, in fact. Yeah, the temperature varies quite a lot. In fact, it's been quite mild this winter so far. We haven't had any really cold snaps at all. Having said that, the prediction is that it's going to come in later on. It's going to start later on this afternoon, and we're going to get more and more sort of wintry from that point. And yeah, I certainly hope it's all right for the weekend. I hear Mike is headed to Auckland for his stream. So yeah, if you have some time, do check out NZ1 Aviation. He'll be streaming from Auckland, and having seen what Sean and Mike have done, I would really love to get up there and check a few boxes off the bingo card. I'd certainly like to get the All Blacks 777, which our friend Carwyn Davies is in fact on, coming back from Singapore, arriving back to Auckland, and then he should be heading here to Christchurch on a domestic. But yeah, the All Black 777 is an aircraft that I have yet to fly on. I've been on OAB, the 320. I've been on OYB, the Star Alliance, and I've been on NZE. So I've been on 3 of the 4 jet aircraft, and I have not been on any of the either the ATR or the Dash 8 all black liveries. Yeah. You know, Tally NZ, I'm going to be streaming from an international airport in Japan before I stream from Auckland. It's just the way it's going to work out. I'll be streaming from. I'm hoping to do a stream at Fukuoka. I really am keen. It's a lovely airport right in the middle of town. Brilliant infrastructure. There we go. And we've lost it behind a structural integrity column as Kurt's often calling them. Let me see what we've got. Now this dash is holding for an incoming aircraft. And it looks like it's private. Embraer Phenom. 300. It's a long way out. He's certainly held his station there for a good while. I just can't get to the Phenom because it's behind a downpipe here. As soon as it appears on the other side, I'll whip round. Okay, over the top of the radar station. So if you know your layout, radar station, Phenom, boom, there we go. And just get away from obstructions in the way. We might be able to focus. There we go. There's the autofocus is struggling a bit. There we go. Lovely little aircraft. In fact, I was watching a YouTube video about testing automated landing of the Honda jets, yes, they now have a fully automated system for landing them in the event of pilot incapacitation. Certainly something that may come to larger aircraft, but that was quite an eye-opener. They tested the automated landing at an American airport, and they were holding up traffic and saying, "Oh yes, we've got this test going on, and yeah, it's only going to be about 10 minutes or so, and all the rest of it." But yeah, the automated pilot was giving all the radio calls and everything. quite quite something. Well, I can't tell you where this Dash 8's off to because it's not appearing on my flight radar. Which is rather odd. But there you go. Up and out of here. Bit of a pan around, see what we can see. Bit of a meeting of the ground staff over there. Let me see if I can bring my chat back up. Oh, thank you so much, Carol Ann. That means a lot. Subscribing and perhaps even liking the video, the stream would be really, really appreciated. Thank you very much, Carol Ann. Carol Ann, I'm unfortunately not on a schedule. I try and work around the other streamers, Sean and Mike, and to a slightly lesser extent Kevin in Wellington, because he's in a different location. Yeah, of course, the big Australian streamers, don't want to interfere with any of their operations. But I may be able to come out on Sunday. I know Mike is out on Saturday, but depends very much on whether or not our good friend Sean is going to do a Sunday stream. If he does, then I will not be doing a Sunday stream. But yeah, I may in fact be able to come back on Friday, but it really depends on the weather. The weather is supposed to get really bad, like raining and cold and not very nice at all. We're lucky that it's sort of held off quite well so far, yeah, I was driving to the airport this morning, and rain was hitting the windshield, and I was getting closer, and it was getting worse, and I thought, oh no, not another one where I'm going to have to sort of jump on the phone and go up to the Novotel or something along those lines. But no, we've actually made it to the Aero Club, seeing a lot of families here, mums with wee kids in the cafe here. So you know, if you of a mind, it's a great place to pop out and have a something to eat, a cup of coffee, cup of hot chocolate, or chai latte, which is me. Yeah, so Carol-Ann, I don't really have a schedule established yet. I'm not big enough to sort of warrant having a schedule at this stage, focusing on just growing the channel. And I have to say, I've been amazed how fast it's grown. Just this time last week, we hadn't got to 1,000 subscribers, and now we're nearly at 2,000 subscribers. So I'm really, really happy. Oh, I think they've done some maintenance on this aircraft, the one that's making all the noise, because the other day when they tried to start this aircraft up, it simply would not start one of the engines. But no, it's well and truly started, and it's going to be making its way out. Yeah, that right-hand engine on this aircraft was not playing ball the other day. It was saying no. But looks like it might have had some maintenance, and here we go. Tizzy is out of here. Thank you, Carol-Ann. Good luck with your chores. And we hope to see you again in the near future. Have an incoming flight from Palmerston North. Certainly was, Telly. These New Zealand pilots are really good. And a lot of them come through this flight school. A lot of them come through this Christchurch Aviation, this International Aviation Academy of New Zealand, based here in Christchurch at the Aero Club. Canterbury is quite the place for Aero. In fact, of course, Richard Pearce from just outside of Timaru. Some say he beat the Wright brothers. And now we have the likes of Dawn Aerospace, who are flying supersonic aircraft, space planes in fact, from Kaiteriti Spit, which is just the other side of these hills over here. So we have aerospace galore in Canterbury and Christchurch. We've had a lot of developments going on. The aerospace industry is quite robust. In fact, a friend of mine, Mark Rocket, has in fact made himself into the history books as far as New Zealand's concerned, by being the first Kiwi to make it to space, at least above the Kármán line. And yeah, he did that on Blue Origin. Originally he was signed up to go up on Virgin, but yeah, I think Virgin were promising quite a long time ago to do that, and they didn't quite fulfill their side of it. But yeah, so congratulations to Mark. Now I can say I know somebody who's been to space. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? And so yeah, we've got a lot of aerospace activity in Canterbury, and as I said, Dawn Aerospace, flying supersonic aircraft from just over the hills there. Just give you a wide shot to sort of see what the traffic's doing. It's probably going to come and get some fuel, I would say. Yeah, Tally 2 Sheep, I thought it was pretty cool. Haven't seen Mark for about a year, so definitely the next time I catch up with him, I will definitely have to buy him an adult beverage or two. Looks like we've got sounds here from Phenom on a long final, due in about 11:47. And that's a PC12, and sounds here. It's like finding a parking spot at the supermarket. I can see sounds here now, so I'll whip around and get that. So again, spot the radar station, zoom in. And there we go. So this aircraft's a PC-12. They like to fly them in a nose down attitude, and they really attack the runway like a fighter aircraft. What's going on there? Sorry for the focusing issues. One of these days I'll be as good as, well, I'll try and be as good as Kurt and Co, and actually do some manual focusing. And there we go. Sounds here. Not in their usual livery, but they have one or two aircraft that are not painted in their livery. I don't think they're special liveries, but they just haven't got round to repainting the aircraft into the Sounds Air colours. Let me wander over and see if I can pick up your chat. And we've got an ATR being towed off. ATR's being towed off down to maintenance. Maybe something quite minor. Get the engineers to check it out. Also have a runway inspection going on. Let me just see if I can pick them up. There we go. Runway inspection. One of the best jobs ever. Running up and down the runway in your SUV. And Tizzy has decided it's going to go for a flight now. They've been through all of their checks. And they're sending it out. Yeah, just go back and mention Mark Rocket again. He runs a firm called Kia Aerospace, and if you Google them, you'll find out all sorts of information about them. But they are flying solar-powered aircraft right up in the stratosphere. And they're doing sort of image mapping and environmental sampling of high altitude and yeah, so there's some scientific purpose to that, and yeah, it's just one of the things that they do. But yeah, if you go on to Kia Aerospace here in New Zealand, yeah, you'll find out all sorts of good information. The other one, of course, is Dawn Aerospace, and their supersonic aircraft. I believe they're only at stage 2 with Aurora. Aurora is the name of the aircraft. The Aurora 3 is a much larger aircraft. I don't believe they've produced it as yet. Hello. This is very interesting. He is lined up for 2-0. Yeah. So we've got a change of ops, ladies and gents. Change of ops. So there we go. Change in runway operations from 02 to 20. In other words, from south to north, or north to south, depending upon. Yeah. Alrighty. We can track him a little bit further. And we're going to lose him behind the pole. Just see what we've got going on. Give you a wider shot there. It's a Dashi. Yeah. Right, let me see where our mate Emirates is. He is... Looks like he's making up time. He might be on time today. EVF is the designation. And looks like he's got around about an hour to run. So that's great. Here and see if we can see anything further afield. Right, we have MVF, an ATR 600 on its way. And that will be flying over the city and approaching from the north. So I'm tempted to move because I'm set up here for southerly approaches, which means I'm not in the best position to see the arrival of Emirates, which of course is one of the main reasons we come out. The great thing I can see looking off to the north is it's quite a bit lighter up that way, and I certainly hope that if the weather is in fact coming from the north, that we do get a nice lightning and conditions, and we end up seeing a lot more of the aircraft from further out, because at this stage from the south, they were sort of appearing out of the murk. Not the greatest. Right, so we've got you, and then we've got a Wellington to Christchurch flight, and ATR coming in as well. So we've got a few movements coming up in not too distant future. Yeah, pole's the bane of our existence, let me tell you. Look, I'm going to just play you my Christchurch sort of opening song, and I'll get your opinion on it. It's one of those sooner things. It's my sort of opening song. I'm going to go and grab a drink from the cafe. It looks like we've got a few moments before we get a touchdown.
High above where the clouds reside, with engines roaring, wings open wide, a silver bird takes to the blue. Oh, the joy of flying, a dream come true. Christchurch sky is a wondrous show. Small planes rise, large jets glow. Runway dances, a grand ballet. Airborne whispers call my heart away. Oh, the power of flight, it stirs my soul. A timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. My soul, a timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. Kiss earth, the engines sigh, a brief embrace, then they kiss the sky. Departure gates and tarmac trails, a symphony where nothing fails. The winds of Canterbury lift them high, tracing arcs against the southern sky. Each takeoff and landing a thrill anew, a dance of wings, a boundless view.
How are we doing on the old jazz? We'll just turn that off, and we'll focus on what's going on. And I was informed while I was in the cafe by a couple of eagle-eyed spotters that we've got a very fancy jet. Look at that. How fancy is that thing? Crikey. Whoops. Yeah. Don't touch that button, Seki. I think I was taking a thumbnail of that one. That's a very fancy aircraft. Those tri-jets are rocket ships, they really are. I'll just focus on this ATR, which is about to depart. There we go. They get out there, they almost start the takeoff roll on the taxiway. Come out, full noise, and off they go. Here we go. Right, I'll whip round to get our special treat, Fancy Jet. You may in fact have to hold, because we had those couple of incoming aircraft. And this is the difficulty about being in this position when we switch to north to south operations, is I'll show you what we've got. We've got the pole, we've got some ladies there, and yeah, so we're just in the absolute wrong position. But we can get the touchdowns, so we'll leave it focused around about there. Now lunchtime. Good on you, Christchurch Aviation. Yeah, you're back just in time for a beautiful Fancy Jet. You can do all the research you like on it if you like. But, it's actually not on flight radar. It's not appearing on flight radar. This is our Invercargill flight about to appear. Here we go. Landings do not come much better than that. Right, here we are. Get my bearings. Look at that, Christchurch Aviation. How awesome is that? What a thing of beauty. And we got another private, the Embraer Phenom, I think. We saw earlier. It's got a wee landing going on here. Oh, very nice. Buttered it. You learn to butter the landings early at the International Aviation Academy. Yeah, that Dassault is quite something. Those tri-jets are amazing. The only thing that probably is a little bit better is the 8000, the Global 8000. 7500, it's Big Brother. I don't even know if it's been released yet. You can probably fill me in on that. But yeah, they're got an amazing range and they fly really close to Mach 1 for a long, long time. And just about fly yourself halfway around the world with one of those aircraft. That guy's very noisy. It's noticeable that the noise is picked up on that one. We go back for our next private. Here we go. Yep, that one in from Wellington. Very good tele 2-sheet. Great stuff. Sounds here. Whoops. Sounds here. I've got a lot of time for this aircraft. It's a beautiful livery. I would be quite happy if Sounds Air painted all their aircraft in this beautiful gold with the white on the top of the fuselage. There's something quite classy about that. So we've got Air New Zealand 320 being towed, and our Phenom Embraer is waiting on incoming aircraft. And if I zoom out on my flight radar, I might be able to tell you what it is. The 535 from Auckland to Christchurch. This might in fact be Carwin's flight. Carwin Davies coming back from Cambodia and Southeast Asia anyway. He was in Singapore, flew on Singapore Airlines MAX 8 aircraft, and he got a flight on on the All Blacks 777. Made me jealous, let me tell you. Nice. I didn't see anything. Oh, look at that. Oh, spectacular stuff. Well, if that's Carwin's flight, welcome home, Carwin. Good on ya. And I think I'll be forgiven by Carwin if I whip round and get this Embraer Phenom taking off. Whoops, here we go. great staff. Another ATR coming out. Oh, thanks, George Patterson. Thanks very much for the info. Looks like we've got a redirect back here to Christchurch. So the aircraft that we saw depart to Queenstown is in fact turning around and coming right back. A bit unfortunate for the holiday makers. Perhaps they could have driven or taken a bus or something. Yeah, a bit unfortunate for them, but yeah, we get to see an extra movement here at Christchurch in the form of another landing because of the diversion. Getting a little bit of dampness, getting a few raindrops. I've got the equipment sort of shielded a little bit. But hopefully it doesn't get much heavier. Got a dashy push back over there. Just 5 seconds while I just protect the equipment a bit. Throw something underneath something else. That should be alright. Let me see. Looks like Emirates is on time. It's actually over the Alps. Oh no, it's not quite at the coast yet. I've got all the weather on, and yeah. So yeah, interesting about that diversion. looks like it's coming back to Christchurch. So the good news is our friends at Emirates are on time. If you're watching the stream and you are not yet a subscriber, I think YouTube terms of service require me to say please become a subscriber and do like the stream, and yes, once you're a subscriber, hit the bell notification and all that good stuff to be alerted of when we go live in the future. So that's that one taken care of, and now we can get back to the plane spotting. Awesome stuff. And we've lost him. Well, it did start to rain there for a moment, but it's actually gotten better again. So just a passing whatever it was, and I'm pretty happy about that, because it doesn't mean I have to rush and pack up all the equipment, and we can carry on and stream and get the arrival of Emirates as we expect them to come in around about 1 o'clock. Thanks, Tally Two Sheep. Emirates, 36 minutes away. might have noticed that that aircraft actually took off to the north. So we may have had yet another runway switch. So I'll just give you a quick look at conditions. I'm not going to use an external app or anything like that. I'm just going to point you at the windsock, and you can see that it's limp as. It might be slightly from the north, but almost nothing. So they may have switched runway operations again. I could listen in on ATC, but of course I can't tell you anything about that because it's not permitted. Black Duck, kia ora. Welcome, and welcome Christine. Good to see you. Good to see both of you. Yes, we've had one runway switch, and now we've had another runway switch. If it stays in this direction, I actually think I prefer it that way because we get to see Emirates approach from the south, and I'm sort of set up for southerly approaches, and yeah, it would be much better for Emirates, and they're not that far away. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that Hamilton flight goes, because certainly yeah. So okay, that's very interesting. So we've had a one aircraft take off to the north, and now we're getting a landing from the north. So basically it appears to be that you can land pretty much in any direction right at the moment. So I'll whip round. We won't be able to get him straight away, but eventually he will appear over here out of the structural integrity column. Magical structural integrity column. It breeds aircraft. Hi Rob, good to see you. Thanks very much for popping in. Bit of lunchtime viewing. Hopefully we get to see Emirates before your lunchtime is over. But they are in fact roughly on time, so we should see them not too distant future at all. Conditions here in Christchurch are, it's heavily overcast. It has been drizzling, but it's held off enough for us to safely be out here on the balcony at the Aero Club and be able to bring you a little bit of action as yet another bird scarer goes off. And another one. Yeah, if someone in the chat can let us know what the story is with that diversion. It seems we have an aircraft that we sent off to Queenstown, and it's coming right back to us. Well, it's been all the way to Queenstown, and they decided that conditions were such that they couldn't actually safely land it. So, yeah, Queenstown is one of those very tricky airports. Need special skills to land in Queenstown. You have to be extra certified to fly that route. And yeah, not everybody is. We got yeah, got one or two aircraft starting up here at the flight school. Just sort of show you what's making all the noise. It's not actually raining. It has been sort of drizzling a bit. There's just enough moisture on the runway to make for some spectacular rooster tails. If you can find the timestamp for the Singapore takeoff and wind the stream back to Singapore, around about, I'm going to say 10:30, was it, Telly Two Sheet? Around about then. Yeah, so if you go back around about just after 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock, I'm going to say, you'll see a spectacular takeoff by Singapore Airlines, a real rooster tail. Jetstar before it was even more impressive. Thanks, Tally Two Sheep. At some stage I'll try and figure out how to do replays and things like that, but for now, yeah, we'll just stick with the fact that we can tell you how far back to go, and you can jump around to your heart's content. Do come back, because Emirates is well and truly over the Alps now, and we shouldn't be too far away. You're saying 25 minutes. Yeah, I suppose 25 minutes. We will see. We will see. Yeah, it's going to be a busy few minutes. It usually is around about when Emirates arrives, around about that 1 o'clock mark. If they happen to get in on time, then we usually get a flurry of smaller aircraft immediately after them. I actually like it when we're all the students here at the Aviation Academy have taken to the air and gone away, so that we don't have their prop noise sort of spilling over and killing off the roar of the reverser going on Emirates when it sort of touches down. Rather spoils it for me, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get Mr. Prop out of the way, and then we can get Emirates in and listen to the reversers on full noise. Thanks, Tally Two Sheep. Yes, quite a few. Yeah, of course the diversion from Queenstown as well. The one that we sent down there and found conditions too bad to safely land, and it's returning. So yeah, would have spoilt 1 or 2 holidays, no doubt. Well, we've got some activity. Let me just bring you up here and zoom in a little bit. And you can see a little bit more activity going on over there. another prop out of the supermarket car park. Zoom in on. I will give you a quick look at the old flight radar that I'm seeing. And zoom in on that. So it's Jetstar from Auckland. And of course, just up here, coming out of the rain, is the mighty Emirates. It's saying coming in at 1 o'clock, so that's great. Good news. Good news. Let me get back over here and have a look at our babies. Baby props. Where's Barbara Sterling? Baby props. I can see Jetstar, but there's no point in showing you it from this vantage point, because we got a lot of structural integrity poles that will drastically impede our view. Oh, here we go. We've got a Sounds Ear. Let's whip round. Concentrate on Sounds Ear. Nobody mentioned Sounds Ear was on its way out. You wonder how much of the runway you had to pay for in order to do that takeoff. Certainly up in about 150 metres. Well and truly out of here. Piper Tomahawk. Just over here for some refueling. Attach the static line first. That's the first thing you do. You attach a static line. As he's done. And then you're able to safely refuel the aircraft. Just in time for Jetstar.
Spectacular. Really nice. Good noise, good full noise on that landing. Starman 170, hi there, how you going? Yeah, the props, because the props are a lot closer to us, they do give us a lot of noise, which can interfere with our enjoyment of the mighty jet aircraft, such as the A380 landing. But on this particular occasion, we didn't do too badly. Let you see the air bridge operations, concentrate on that. And it looks like our friend from Christchurch is to Queenstown and back to Christchurch again. NZ 651 is just about back, but they're going to have to wait for a much larger aircraft to land before it. Unless, yes, I don't imagine. So the A380 is in fact on its final approach, and then the ATR will join the pattern. Yes, long finals indeed. Right out at Woodend. You can see the rear steers being brought out for the Jetstar, so passengers in the rear of the aircraft can deplane. So we've got an ATR here. And I can definitely see the A380, but there's not much point in showing it to you just yet, because we'll end up with a couple of the structural integrity poles in the way. So we'll just follow this ATR for a moment longer. And then we will spin round and get you the mighty Airbus. There we go. So there's your structural integrity pole. It's one of the reasons I like to go down to the other end of the but today the weather is such that it's definitely not conducive to going down that end. There we go. I don't know about you, but I felt that over here. Definitely got a sense that, yeah, Airbus has arrived. And yes, it came with full noise. I love those landings. A little bit of moisture on the runway to, you know, not a lot, but just enough so that the mighty engines on reverse kick it up. There's our sponsor, BP. Anybody from BP watching? Anybody know anybody from BP? I'm open to sponsorship. It's our ATR on the way out. Now that the 400-ton 22-wheel monster is out of its way. And the good news is the flight to Queenstown is back in Christchurch, safely on the ground. You'll see the ATR in a few moments. There we go. That's the size difference. Just extraordinary, isn't it? Oh, another EK412 in the books. One of the better ones. Certainly is quite enjoyable watching them land on a daily basis. I don't get out every day. Work does not necessarily let me do that. But yeah, I've been privileged to see a few landings, and that was a very, very nice one. Not too distant future, I think we're probably going to wrap it up. All Black Dashi in 18 minutes. Okay, tally two sheep, we're staying for that. Always happy to see an All Black livery aircraft. It wouldn't be a show without an All Black of one sort or another. As I was driving to the airport, I delayed the show by an hour because Singapore had come in so early that it was basically about 9 o'clock, and originally I sort of was thinking I'll start my show around about 9:30, which is usually in time to get out here, get set up, and then your first arrival is Singapore. But no, as Mike from NZ1 Aviation's discovered, yeah, Singapore seem to have a knack of arriving early these days, and so I missed that, and so I was thinking, oh, okay, I'll just push it out to 10:30. So I did, pushed it out to 10:30. As I was driving to the airport, of course, I saw an All Blacks ATR taking off, and I was thinking, you know, I could have been at the airport and we would have featured that on the stream. That would have been nice. But to hear tell that an All Black Dashi is coming in, the smallest of the All Black liveries, yeah, I've got a soft spot for that little black Dashi. It's quite lovely little aircraft. Conditions have really lightened up quite a bit. It actually looks a lot better over to the hills than it was, and we're doing not too badly as far as the security of the equipment. So I'm more than happy to wait till the All Black Dashi arrives. Thanks, Black Duck. Yep. Yeah, it will be an All Black Dashi. So we'll dedicate that to you, Black Duck. You got the perfect name. It's a lovely little aircraft. It really is. I have not flown on it. I've not been on the All Black Dashi, and I have not been on the All Black ATR, and I have not been on the mighty 777, which our good mate Carwyn Davies was able to get back from Singapore to Auckland last night. So yeah, doubtless we'll be regaled of tales in the not too distant future. I can see something coming in, so let me swing around. I don't actually think I need my cover, so I'll take my cover off and swing around. And see what we this your LifeFlight? And quite often the LifeFlight will pull up and head off over to the freight apron. But we'll just see where he goes. Can't see any ambulance standing by, unless we've got one over here. Let's just follow you around. Apologies. They have got an ambulance standing by over there, is it? An ambulance? Certainly looks like it might be. With an escort vehicle. Okay, I have no idea where he's going now. There we go. Yeah, Rob, it would probably be, yeah. Thanks very much, Black Duck. Thanks for your good wishes. Yeah, I've really only just started doing streaming. I've been doing a lot of the preparations and doing a few test streams here and there, and varying quality. The hardest part is getting the sound right. It really is. You'd think the visuals were the hard part, but no. Sound is definitely much harder than putting pictures on a screen. Getting the balance right and so on. There's LifeFlight. Thanks, Christine. It's wonderful. It's great to have some familiar faces and friendly folk that we see on the more practiced streamers, and the likes of Sid Squad, Only Planes Network, and In Plain Sight, Melbourne Flyer, and our good friends here in New Zealand, the Wellington Flights Live with Kevin. We've got NZ Aviation, which is Mike, who was on yesterday and who's up in Auckland this weekend, so do have a look out for that. and of course Sean from SkySwad TV. Really, really nice guys. They've helped me out a lot. I can see the dashie. I know it's a dashie because I've got alternating flashing lights, which is always a good sign of a dashie. We've got another A320. Just no doubt headed back to Auckland. And what good news that we heard from Air New Zealand just yesterday that they're going to be increasing the number of flights with putting on larger aircraft on the Auckland Christchurch route. They're also increasing Auckland Queenstown and Auckland Dunedin seat numbers by putting on the A321 Neos. It's certainly welcome, and yeah, we're going to enjoy seeing a few more A321s. Lovely aircraft, and yeah, we're not far away from seeing our all black dashie, which we're dedicating to Black Duck. So appropriately, we're going to be ending on an all black aircraft, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to thank Tally Two Sheep and Tally NZ for doing some moderation today. Rob popped in. Thanks very much, Rob. And yeah, thanks very much if you've come to watch the stream, if you've subscribed, if you've liked the stream. Yeah, it all helps me. You know, it's motivation as much as anything. It certainly helps with the Google algorithm to recommend us to more people. And just this time last week, we were under 1,000 subscribers, and now we're knocking on the door to 2,000. So very, very happy and proud of the work that we've done so far. And I'd like to thank everybody for supporting the channel. There are great things afoot. We'll be doing Japan in the next while, next month in fact, but we're going on a bit of a scouting expedition to start with, and then we may in fact do our first live stream from Fukuoka International Airport, and that may be around about the end of the month, I'm going to say. It may, another possibility is around August the 6th. Yeah, thanks very much, Helly Two Sheep. That's brilliant stuff. Look, I've got a piece of music, and thank you, Telly. Yeah, I've got a ending screen, and I've got some ending music, hopefully. Right, if I can find my ending screen, I might have to drag it. Yeah. Yes, I do. Stream over. Well, that is basically me done for it. And I'll play a bit of a Christchurch song to say goodbye. Thanks very much for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
High above where the clouds reside, with engines roaring, wings open wide, a silver bird takes to the blue. Oh, the joy of flying, a dream come true. Christchurch sky is a wondrous show. Small planes rise, large jets glow. Runway dances, a grand ballet. Airborne whispers call my heart away. Oh, the power of flight, it stirs my soul. A timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. Oh, the power of flight, it stirs my soul. A timeless rhythm, it makes me whole. From the hum of props to the jet's loud song, in the air is where I belong. Kiss earth, the engines sigh, a brief embrace, then they kiss the sky. Departure gates and tarmac trails, a symphony where nothing fails. The winds of Canterbury lift them high, tracing arcs against the southern sky. Each takeoff and landing a thrill anew, a dance of wings, a boundless view.